Moving Mountains, talking about her most important role, motherhood. Please welcome Quinn Byers.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rich. First of all, really quickly, just want to clarify. So my topic was going to be moving mountains, but like us moms like to do, oftentimes we got to think on our feet. And so I just couldn't get where I wanted to go with the moving mountains topic. And so I've changed it. And the topic is simply just motherhood. So with that, I will begin. So there's a quote by Donna Ball, and it describes motherhood in a way that I absolutely love. And it's very true for my own life. And it goes, motherhood is a choice you make every day to put someone else's life ahead of your own, to put someone else's happiness and their well-being in front of yours, to teach the hard lessons, to do the right thing, even when you're not sure what the right thing is, to forgive yourself over and over again, because, well, you've done everything wrong. So that right there sums it up for me in many ways of what motherhood has been thus far. Since becoming a mother in 2015, I feel like that's just who I am. I'm mom. In fact, most people know me as Elijah's mom or Isaiah's mom, not Quinn or Miss Byers or even ma'am. I wouldn't change that for the world. Motherhood has been the greatest joy in my life to date. And God has blessed me with 3 beautiful children. So I've got Elijah, who is 6, Elijah Fitzgerald, Isaiah Napoleon, my dad is Napoleon, so I've got that in there, who is 4. And then before Elijah was born, I had a daughter, Kiara Aubrey. Unfortunately, I went into preterm labor, unbeknownst to me in my 2nd trimester, delivered her at Duke Hospital, and rather than leave with our child, we gained an angel. And so my children, myself, we've been blessed with that love as well. And so I just really have been grateful that God has blessed me immeasurably in various ways to be a mom. And some of the things that stick out for me that I've learned, I've gained a better understanding of my own mom and the things that she was probably shouldering. I've also learned unconditional love and what that feels like. And then lastly, I have, bear with me, I've learned a lot from my children. They're, without a doubt, my greatest teachers. And that's pretty awesome to say. Had some pretty good professors, law school and undergrad, and so no one tops my kids. Happy to be in their class. So with respect to my mom is GOAT status, Queenie Byers, retired Lieutenant Colonel Air Force officer who is strong, but she's also kind. She's forgiving, and she's been my rock for almost 40 years. I recall very well the things that probably made her proud, and the things that I did to disappoint her, many of which were in my teenage years that I'm not so happy about. And in fact, I think sometimes, well, I'd change a couple things. I'd behave a little bit better, and really I would behave a lot better. I'd show her a lot more grace. She was my first teacher. She's still my guide today and helps me navigate life's challenges in ways that only my mom can do. She's the woman in my life who's always put my needs before her own. And for that, I'm grateful. I understand most that my mom loves me fiercely, regardless of if I'm in a prison in West Virginia, whether I'm in a courtroom in front of a jury, or right now I'm in a crisis, a personal crisis right now, and she's helping me to stand in it. And so I've just really learned how she's navigated motherhood. I know that she prayed that I would appreciate all the sacrifices that she made. Really, she poured unconditional love into me. And after this class, I'm gonna call her and tell her, I know you prayed this, and I can tell you I get it. I have a great admiration for her and appreciate her dearly. And she's loved me in my darkest moments, and some of which where I didn't love myself. So that's Queenie, a little bit about Queenie. The other thing is the opportunity to experience unconditional love. So the love I have for my children, who I often refer to as my heartbeats, it's like a love I've never experienced before becoming a mom. It doesn't have any limits or boundaries. It's instinctual and eternal. It's full of pride when they accomplish things, and it yields comfort when they fail. My son Elijah, funny enough, he jokes pretty regularly. It makes me think of Mike now, but he tells me, "Mom, you know, I'm almost as tall as you, and I'm only 6 years old." And y'all will get it. Mike has made a couple little jabs at me for my small stature, but I don't hold that against him either. Not gonna get upset at my son Elijah or Mike, but and then there's Isaiah. Isaiah, another example. My younger son, who's 4, he was playing recently in his bedroom. He's throwing around these figurines, and he hits the light fixture on his ceiling lamp, and it breaks. Thankfully, he was okay. Once I realized he was okay, I quickly wanted him to know that it was a mistake. Mistakes happen, and that's okay. I'm gonna love you regardless. And both of my sons are also used to me calling them my heartbeats. And so every single day, without a doubt, no less than a handful of times, my youngest son Isaiah will run up to me and say, Mommy, I gotta ask you a question." He puts his hand up, and I'm like, "Yes, what's the question? Can I still be your heartbeat?" And I say, "Yes, you're always gonna be my heartbeat. Always, no matter what." That's unconditional love. Motherhood has also given me the opportunity to learn from my own children, who I refer to as my greatest teachers. And Elijah, I'll start with him. He taught me a really valuable lesson. It was 2021, our family dog, Lady, passed away. And so after we left the animal hospital, I pulled over off the side of the road with both of my sons in the car. Their father had driven separately. And I just broke down. And Elijah, who at the time I didn't know he could get himself out of the car seat, he quietly and quickly got out of the car seat somehow, y'all, and he hugged me and said, "It's okay." I said, "It's okay." And in his own words, he really quickly summed up that life can be short, but it can be a short life full of love and joy and happiness. And it was amazing to come from a 5-year-old at that time. He's got a heart of gold, and I don't just say that because he's my son, but he's kind, he's compassionate, and in that moment, I'm grateful for the lesson that he taught me. I'll wrap it up because I'm running over on time, y'all. And I'll leave you with this last quote. While we try to teach our children all about life, our children teach us what life is all about. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Brenda. Our second speaker tonight is at a different end of his speaking career, from the first speech to, I think Mike has done every path now in the Pathways program, so Mike's given a lot of speeches. He's going to be working from the Effective Coaching Manual on the topic of Reaching Consensus Project. So today he's going to lead a discussion with everyone present in the news in an attempt to reach consensus on an often divisive topic. The title of his speech is Immigration. You already gave the time and parameters for it.
Do you have cards? Because this one doesn't go to 15, 17, 20.
I do have cards. I'll bring them over. You run the time, I'll give you the cards. So the topic is immigration, reaching consensus, 15-ish, 17-ish minutes. Please welcome Mike Dorr.
This is hands down my easiest speech I've ever given. Because I'm not going to talk very much. You are. Okay, pass these out down the row. I had no idea we'd have this many people tonight, so there's more of you than there are handouts.